United Bank.
They run, they laugh. I see the glow shining in their eyes. Not like hers. He seems distant, strange.
I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Got a little too much cream on the top of that. Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as the Funky Chicken. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Don't forget about BetUS. This is the last regular season week in the NFL. And of course, you will still get that 150% matching for your first 3 deposits of up to $2,000 using the promo code YouTube150. So don't forget about BetUS. So as we go through here, this is a sad day for the Dallas Cowboys because today, this is the last press conference that we have this week. The live one with Mike McCarthy. Whether you love him or hate him, this could be the very last one of him as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He has no new contract. He won't be fired. I guess that's the good news. And you can say, on his resume, I survived 5 years of Dallas Cowboys and Jerry and Stephen Jones and their antics and what they are, as Micah Parsons basically let it out that they're basically a marketing company. You want to come to the Cowboys so that way you can get your social media on, man. You can get plenty of ads. And you may end up becoming a broadcaster, like Gerald McCoy. He came here for a cup of coffee, and now he's on ESPN. You think about Swagoo out there. You think about Moose Johnson. You think about Troy Aikman. You think about Tony Romo. Jason Witten, not so much. But he got a coaching job at his alma mater, his high school alma mater. And that's where we are. That's the reason you come to Dallas, so you can set yourself up for the rest of your life. But today, if the Cowboys decide to move on, and what we hear, and you take everything with a grain of salt, okay? We've heard so many different things about players that the Cowboys were targeting or players the Cowboys have interest in and things and this, that, and the other. And none of that seems to happen. None of that seems to happen. It seems like every year it's been a Mike McCarthy is going to get fired. Every year. And yet he's been here for 5 years. I still believe, as I look around and I hear that Rex Ryan is one of the commodities out there that people look at and say, let's go get that guy, even though he hasn't coached for 10 years. And was like 52-50 when he was. That Ben Johnson is the hot commodity out there with a team and an organization that's really built a great team. I think about Norv Turner. Norv Turner is a great offensive coordinator, but your job gets to be a lot easier when you have one of the historically greatest offensive lines in football, the NFL all-time leading receiver, a Hall of Fame, running back, a Hall of Fame wide receiver, and one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football. Just let me say, I think it's easier to call plays there than it is with this Cowboys team as currently constructed. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that because it's true. Things are a lot easier for Kellen Moore to do with Saquon busting 2,000 yards. Be that as it may, this may be it. So we're going to go ahead and try and capture that press conference and see what Mike McCarthy is. See if he has any teary eyes or anything like that, or if he's melancholy or excited. He might be leaving and excited that this thing is finally over. I don't know. I honestly don't know which way this thing's going to go. We do have some good news. The Dallas Cowboys have gotten 5 Pro Bowlers. I'm actually happy because what always gets thrown at us, and let's be clear here. Let's be 100% honest. The Pro Bowl is a popularity contest. Okay? When Pro Bowl voting starts, everybody is text messaging, Cowboy fans wise, and emailing and tweeting or whatever it is these days. Don't forget to vote for this guy. Vote for this guy. And the Cowboys being the biggest franchise, of course, we always get a lot of people to vote, which is a part of the Pro Bowl selection. So our numbers may be a little higher than they should be in some years, and then it always gets thrown back at us. Well, you had all these Pro Bowl players, and it's like, here we go. You suck. Okay, all right. Be that as it may, the Cowboys got 5 on there this year in a season that has not been good, 2 of which are special teamers. Brandon Aubrey, dude is hitting 50-yarders, man. If you want to gamble some money, bet US on Brandon Aubrey. Okay, bet US, okay? He has been butter. He has been, surprisingly, he missed his first field goal a couple seasons ago, but he has been pretty much clutch ever since. And the Cowboys are fortunate that they got him. Him as well as Kayvon Turpin, another USFL guy that the Cowboys, they're finding USFL guys. The thing that's maddening about the Cowboys is they do so many things right that you look at and say, man, you're able to find, players like Terrence Steele, although we're kind of questioning that right now, that are undrafted free agents. Kayvon Turpin, who's becoming a multiple weapon, one of the best kick returners in football currently, and is beginning to use on offense where he is actually a weapon. They're both in for the Pro Bowl. And, of course, Micah Parsons, who unfortunately was injured for 4 games, and you wonder what if. But then again, with Micah Parsons, it seems like he came back hungrier. And I actually think that injury changed Micah Parsons for the better. Of course, CeeDee Lamb, who doesn't matter who's throwing to him, is going to get 1,000 yards. Who ended up being him and Michael Irvin are the only 2 players that have literally had 1,000 yards 4 years in a row. It's unbelievable. And, of course, Tyler Smith, who maybe needs to become our left tackle. I'm going to kind of put that out there, that maybe he needs to be our left tackle, and maybe Tyler Guyton needs to go to right tackle to get him back to where he was in college, because left has been, I'm not going to say great. I'll say that much. He's getting a little better when he is able to get on the field, but that's been few and far between. So congratulations to all of them. Shout out. This is Micah Parsons has been a Pro Bowler every year of his career, and all 5 of them made the Pro Bowl last year. So, congratulations. That's the good news for us. The bad news is we still don't know what direction we're going. We're a rudderless ship. We don't know, the Cowboys, we're going to have a discussion. I think that's bullshit. I think that this whole situation is Mike McCarthy's coming back, and the sides are digging in for the contract and negotiations, because your best ability in a contract negotiation is the ability to walk away. Desperation. I've always said, and everybody who follows me knows, never go buy a car when you got to go to work tomorrow and you don't have any transportation. If the guy at the dealership knows that, you're going to get a deal. Not a good one, but you're going to get a deal. And that's why the Cowboys always get screwed waiting till the end of the summer on their contract negotiations. Yeah, it makes for a lot of headlines and a lot of talk and stuff, and everybody's asking you, what's going on with CD or what's going on with Dak? Are you moving on, blah, blah. Yeah, if you're trying to stroke your egos that you control the voice and the media, well, yeah, that's great. But if you're talking about winning football games, that's not it. So I can't honestly say that they haven't made a decision. They're just milking this thing, and they're trying to be able to negotiate a better deal. Mike McCarthy, say what you will about him. He's cheap. He is cheap. He is the second lowest paid coach in the NFL at $4 million, where you have Andy Reid at $20 million. I'm not saying that Andy Reid's not worth $20 million, but some of those guys in between, I think I'd take Mike McCarthy over. The other question again is, who are you going to coach? I don't have a problem when people say, you're just on Dak's nuts and this, that, and the other. You got to move on. It's like, okay. But I still have yet to hear a plan of moving on, of somebody that's going to be able to turn this ship around and get Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones out of messing with it. You want Rex Ryan? Do you want Rex? Do you want a whole bunch of rehashes? We got one right now. So that's where we are. Eagle fans, you're going to get your 5 pounds of flesh. I'll be on the Dan Saleo show today. 4:30. I don't know that I can do that show in the off season. I have been abused completely going on that show. It has been hideous. It's given me gray hairs. It has literally just destroyed me with the Cowboys being this inept. We'll see. This is the quiet before the storm. I have a feeling that come Monday on, shit's going to get crazy. Let's go here and finish this off with shit. So we got the jokes. Yeah. Again, the coaching is part of the problem, but it's not the whole problem. And we have to go ahead and start from the biggest problem, and that is Jerry and Stephen Jones. They do a lot of things that are good, but they don't focus solely on just winning. And until you get somebody who's there who knows how to do contracts and makes it about football as opposed to marketing, I don't know that we'll have that and much different results than what we're getting. Hope you all have a great day, and I will see y'all real soon. Peace out.